Hey guys, I'm going to make a quick video on my G2C and tell you guys what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and in my opinion, if it's worth buying. So let's get started. First thing we got to do is check if it's loaded, and it is not loaded. I'm not surprised by that because I just unloaded it. So, first thing I like about it is its size. The size is pretty good. It's not what I would call a pocket carry gun. It's not the size of a Glock 42 or something like that, but it's not a full-size pistol by any means. Let's say I've got average size hands. That's what it looks like, compared to my hand. So it's pretty easy to carry. It doesn't really print on me. I'm a little bit bigger guy, but it doesn't print on me. I don't find that it's uncomfortable to carry. And that's why I carry it more often than I do my full-size, nicer guns. The price point is fantastic in my opinion. I paid $180 pre-tax at Academy on a Black Friday sale. They usually run some kind of sale for the Tauruses. I think years past it's been you buy a PT-111 and you get a free 22 revolver. And I did that one before, so I've owned the PT-111. I don't currently own it, but I've got its new generation here. So let's talk about the bad before I get into everything I like about it. Kind of mix it up a little bit here. A lot of people talk about issues with the trigger on this gun, how it feels gritty, and there's ways to fix that. So let's take it apart, and to break it down, you got a tab on this side, you got a tab on this side. Just like a Glock, what you do is you pull it back, hold it, pull both tabs down, release, pull the trigger, it comes off. All the videos that I've seen talk about the trigger only talk about this firing pin guide being plastic, and they suggest either cleaning it up and smoothing it out, taking some sandpaper to the rough edges, which I did, and it helped some. Did take a little bit of grittiness out, but that wasn't my main concern with it. You could also replace this with a stainless steel version for like $15, I believe. And so that's not a big deal if you just want to change that out. But my problem with it is the trigger safety itself. The trigger safety itself, when you pull down on it, it moves the whole trigger before it's disengaged the safety. So you hit this little wall right here. And what that is this trigger will move, and this safety will move a little bit, but it won't have enough backwards pressure to compress it until you hit this point, and then it has to jump over that because it's blocking the trigger from going, so it kind of jumps that. So if you put backwards pressure on it and you get that depressed all the way, you can see it moves nice and smoothly. There's no hang up there at all. So that's my problem with this, is this trigger safety kind of catches. And I don't really love that. But it has gotten better. I put about 250 rounds through it, and it has gotten better. Other than taking it out, I don't know if there's a fix to it, and I'm not going to do mine. Just leave it the way it is. It'll be okay. But I don't know if there's another way to fix it besides that. And just shooting it, that seems to make it better. So that's my main problem with this gun, is that trigger safety. The price point was good. I like the size of it. I'm fairly accurate with it. It's not a nail driver by any stretch of the imagination, but it's accurate enough. I actually owned a Glock 42 in the past, and was just not able to hit anything with that gun. I'm not knocking Glock, but me personally could not hit the broadside of a barn with that Glock 42. So I like this one. It's a little bit bigger than Glock 42. It's good size. Reliability on it for me has been good. I had the PT-111 before, like I said. Never had a malfunction with it. I did have a problem with one of the magazines with the PT-111. It got dropped, and something went wrong inside where the spring wasn't coming up all the way, so it wouldn't cycle, or it wouldn't bring the rounds up to the top, and I tried to pull it apart and fiddle with it, and out in the field, and ended up making it worse. So I was a little mad about that on a new gun, that my magazine messed up. And if I would to guess, I would say this is the exact same magazine. I'm not 100% sure on that one, because if you look at the bottom of this gun, focus. There we go. PT-111. So it's the same frame as a PT-111, but it's different trigger, I believe, or changes have been done to the trigger. And the slide, I think the different cuts on the slide or something like that. But so showed you guys the issue that I have with the trigger. Let's look at the brake and the reset. So get past that safety part, which is so annoying. Got a little more slack to bring up. And it's a pretty good pull to make it fire. Not terrible. I don't mind it on a striker fire gun. I'm more of a single action, double action guy for the most part. So I don't mind a little bit of a harder pull on this, just for safety's sake. And then, so here's the reset on it. Not too far, it's okay. Got a little bit of slack to pull back, and then you're back up against that wall. So, and then just a little bit of a hard pull, not too bad, but it's not the cleanest break or the lightest pull or anything. But for a $180 gun or $250, whatever you can get the price at, it's not bad. And I went out and shot this after I got it with a buddy who shoots quite a bit, and he had his HK USP 45 tactical version, and we were shooting and we were making bets, and we ended up shooting. I was shooting this gun and he was shooting that HK, and so we put them head to head at I think 7 yards, and ended up winning. Kept them all right in the center of the target. Not to say that this thing shoots better than an HK USP. It's all up to the shooter, but it does a good enough job that I can make it hit where I need it to hit. So accuracy in my mind is good enough for what this pistol is. You're not gonna win any shooting competitions with it, but you can get it to hit close enough to where you're aiming. So size is good. Trigger is not so good, mainly because, in my opinion, of this. Price point is just fantastic. I think the only thing else really in this price range that's not just a 22 long rifle would be the high points. Not a fan of those. I never shot one, so I can't say that they're junk or anything like that. I just hate the look of them personally, and I think this gun is a pretty good looking gun, especially for under $200 we can get them on sale. And so I carry this gun most of the time just because of its size, and I find it easier to carry. I find myself carrying more often when I have this rather than one of my big 45s or something. A lot of times I'll just leave them at home because I don't want to carry, because it's just kind of a pain to carry something so big. But this is a nice gun that you could throw in the truck if you're going somewhere, carrying it, and you put it in the truck if you're going somewhere you can't carry your firearm legally, so you put it in the truck or whatever car, and not be too worried about somebody breaking in and stealing it. Obviously it's not good if anyone steals a gun from you, but at that price point of losing a $200 gun versus a $1,000 FNX or something like that, it's a little less of a blow. So that's another good thing. But overall, I would buy this gun again, and I guess I did because I bought the PT-111 version, but the older model. But for the price, the size, the accuracy, and it's been reliable for me. I put about 250 rounds through it and had no issues. Fired every time. It is double strike capable. So you take a shot, nothing happens. Bad striker hit, primer issue, something like that. You can come back, boom, hit it again. Round goes off. So that's nice about this. Adjustable sights, you've got windage and elevation. I adjusted mine a little bit, so out of the factory floor it was pretty accurate, but I had to adjust it just a little bit, and I just used a little flathead screwdriver to adjust those. I don't remember which one is windage and which one is elevation, but those are your two adjustments right there. Another complaint some people have would be, let's get it apart here. This guide rod is plastic, which I don't shoot it enough that I'm worried about this breaking, but you can get a new one of these, the same, I don't remember the site where you can get the stainless steel striker guide, but they sell these as well. These are a little more expensive, and I don't remember what they ran, maybe $25, something like that. But to me, it's not that big of a deal because I don't shoot it that often. If I was shooting it every weekend or whatever, I would change that out to a stainless steel guide, but you know, not a big deal for me. So you put it back together, just slide it back over the rails, cock it, and you're good to go. Overall, I'm very happy with this gun purchase. Easy to carry, awesome price, been very reliable for me. I know some people don't like the name Taurus. It's a cuss word in their house, but I've owned 3 different Tauruses and never had an issue with any of them except for the magazine on the PT-111, and hopefully that was just a freak incident. But yeah, I would buy it again, and if you're looking for something that you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on but get decent accuracy, good reliability, and a pretty good size for carrying, this is pretty much just the size I like to carry, where it's not so small that my hand doesn't fit around it, and I can get 3 fingers on it with this this magazine groove on here. Otherwise, it just hangs over, and hold it, and it feels real good, and the ergonomics are good. You've got cutouts here for your thumb, you got a cutout here, so you can get a good grip on this gun. It just shoots really well, and so anybody interested in this gun, I would recommend it. It's a great gun at a good price, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Maybe we'll do a video later on of me shooting it, but for now, just leave it at that. Thanks, guys.